Oh, hang on.
Come on.
That's better.
Ring that bell.
Cheers.
Cheers, darling.
Right, hang on.
I actually did have a little sip out of that a second ago. It was delicious.
Well, happy Wednesday.
We didn't even know what date it is. You've matched your tan to your waistcoat.
I've managed to get a bit of sun.
I know.
So what are we doing today? We are doing French onion soup. Real super classic. Super. So what do we need? We need some onions, of course.
Quite a lot of onions.
We need quite a lot of onions. Well, it depends how much you want to make. Yep. I'll show you how to make it. You need a bouquet garni. These are from my garden. Some thyme, a little bit of rosemary, not necessarily a bouquet garni, and some bay leaves, and you tie them like a little bow. So I'm cutting.
Yep.
Remember the old tip about, and we just, obviously you're not chopping, you're cutting, you're slicing. Now you watch what happens when you get towards the end here, because you're thinking,
because
oh my
mine
God.
always falls apart.
So
I did not know this.
Now you can go this way. Okay. And then watch, you can go that way.
And it just stays together.
Isn't it nice? Isn't that a clever little one?
You know, we've been married nearly 10 years and you've never ever told me that. You've told me loads of useless things and never that. Okay.
So in here,
yes.
Olive oil and butter.
Butter, there's your favourite friend.
Well, don't have to put butter in.
But I would. I would definitely do that
in
for
this.
Yes.
Because the whole idea now is we've got to bring this down. We've got to reduce it right down to a lovely, gooey, sexy, oniony paste.
Onions. Never seen. I asked for a slurp and you haven't poured me a glass. It's my first day.
Hang on a second. Let me put this in because this is going to take 40 minutes.
Rude. Okay.
Right, ready?
In you go, Daz.
So let's start him off. I'm going to just turn it up a bit.
So the onions are in. Now what are we going to do? Because we need to come back in like for it's going to take 40
well,
minutes.
it's not 40. It's probably going to be about 25 minutes. So now the most important thing.
You've got your big burner on. You've got on your mega burner.
No, but that's way too high.
Okay, fine.
This is just to get me going.
Okay, just to get you going.
Just get me going. I need something high to get me going. Right. So this is all going to reduce. Yeah. But you cannot burn it. But you do want to colour it.
Right.
Okay, that's the difference.
We want to colour it, but not burn it. So we can't let it catch.
Yeah.
That's our beautiful beef stock.
That's the stock that we made from the beef the other day. Look at that.
Yeah, wow.
So I froze it.
Froze it, yep.
And I've taken out the freezer on, and there we go. So this will slowly reduce. If you need a bit more butter, put a bit more butter. If you need a bit more olive oil, put a bit more olive oil in. But don't let it burn, but it does want to brown. Okay?
Okay. It's been 10 minutes, Daz.
10 minutes.
Exactly 10 minutes.
So you'll have a look inside here, so you can see exactly, now that's reduced by half.
Yeah.
And that's going to reduce more.
Smells really
still,
good.
it's just starting to get a bit of colour now.
So it's colouring, but it's not catching.
Colouring, not catching.
Colouring, not catching. Colour, not catch.
That's exactly.
Anyone would think I could cook. All right then. So how much longer, baby?
It's going to be another 10 minutes. This is almost perfect.
Okay.
For onion soup. So you see, it has to colour.
Yeah.
But it mustn't burn. It's so
colour, not catch. Colour, not catch.
And you're looking at me. You're supposed to be good at the soup.
Sorry, baby.
You see? That is
very nice.
Going right. Now, it's just so perfect. I'm going to turn the heat down a dash.
Yeah.
I'm sort of playing with the heat all the time.
Down a dash.
Turn it down a dash.
Down a dash.
Down. So I'm playing with the heat. Turn it up.
Turn it down.
Turn it down.
Turn it up, turn down.
You, my darling. Turn it up, turn it down.
Okay.
This is as good, and
that looks lovely,
amazing
Dazzy.
French people out there. Just look at my wonderful
French people. Let's ask Annalise to come in. She's French.
And I'm loving this. So, where are we now? Look, can I just show you something really important?
Yep.
I want to show you the bottom of the pan. See how clear the bottom of the pan is?
Yeah.
And yet we have colour.
Okay.
So you don't want to burn the pan. Now these are pretty good pans. What are they, darling?
Le Creuset.
There you go. So
anyone would think we got these for a wedding present. Does bloody love them.
I love them. So,
next step, Daz.
Really going a bit of wine.
What have you got there? Chablis.
I've got a bit more Chablis.
Chablis.
And actually, a really good Burgundy is great for this. So a bit of wine.
Yeah.
Look at that.
But you could just put anything in.
But
put in whatever you've got. Any bit of plonk. Bit of white plonk.
You can honestly use anything. Great to have. You've got a bit of French.
I mean, Daz is a bit fussier, but you know.
So.
That's why he's married to me. Fussy.
Very fussy. Very fussy. Salt.
You weren't so fussy with the first two wives.
No, but I learned then. I learned when to say no. In fact, I learned when to shut up. Right, and pepper.
Yep.
The wine has reduced again, and now...
So what you probably put a cup in, didn't you? Yeah.
I put a slug.
A good slug.
Slug.
A slug.
It's almost pasty.
It is
now.
a bit now.
So, but
Kind of
from
delicious.
the top to the bottom, beautiful. Now we're going to start
see it
adding
better there.
our stock. That's
Okay.
beautiful beef stock. Again, you know the cost of this. Well,
And
onions,
I know, it's like
but
literally a couple of quid. for
yeah,
all of
but
this.
now we're just going to add the stock. And I'm just going to stir that in. By the way, there's a couple of things that people do. I don't. You can put flour in before you put the stock in. It thickens it up. I want the onions to thicken it up. You can put cognac in. I mean,
Ooh,
you have
yummy.
and other people now also will maybe put butter in now.
Right.
You know, to get that thickness where you put the butter in.
You want that? We want the onion.
My stock, I'm very happy with my onions. And I'm only going to put the amount of stock in that I want.
Yeah.
I don't want to overdo it, but because you need it thick and gooey and gorgeous.
But we're using the
That's
stock.
very Nigella,
we're
isn't
using
it?
so we're using the stock and the onions to thicken it. We're not adding flour or adding extra butter.
I'm not adding, no.
No, we're
I'm
going
just
to
going
use.
to get that, and I want this, you know, we want it thick and gorgeous.
Yeah. Okay. So you would say the trick to that is kind of taking it easy in the first bit where you are just sweating down the onions and letting them colour with that butter and that oil.
Yeah. You just, you want.
And spend time on it. Spend time on it.
Cooking is fun. We're having a conversation. We're talking about all kinds of things while we're cooking. You're doing your hair.
I'm not doing my hair. I touched it.
I'm cooking. But we're having a conversation. You know, put the TV on, do whatever, but just relax, but enjoy.
Okay, so another
Can I
10
show
minutes
you?
had passed and I just caught, Bobby Dazzler, he'd added in the bouquet garni without telling anybody.
I forgot. So the bouquet garni is in there.
So when did you add it?
I added it just as I finished all my stock,
Yeah?
and then.
What do you mean your stock? What are you talking
No,
about?
when
Over
I
there.
finished putting the beef stock in.
Oh, okay, fine.
But what I'm also doing
Yeah.
is I'm also just topping up a little bit of beef stock if I need it, like that. Just a little bit.
See, that's thick and delicious.
I know.
That doesn't need
No, I know,
any-
but it's going to reduce
No,
a
I'm
bit.
just saying it looks so good.
It is,
like you
it
don't
is.
need the extra butter or flour.
Oh, no, I see what you mean. Yeah.
It looks amazing.
I'm really happy with that. I've got a little idea of something to show you over here.
So it's been like another 10 minutes. So we've been actually cooking that for a good half hour.
Okay, so what we're going to do, these are little croutons. They're our little bits of toast. I'm going to put 2 on each one. And I want some garlic on each one, but
Garlic.
I'm just going to rub the garlic on like that because I don't actually want flaky bits of garlic, but I want the garlic essence. I want garlic.
Garlic. You
As
want
opposed
the,
to-
Yeah, you want the...
So look, just rub it in. Look at that.
The flavour.
Isn't that nice? Simple,
Lovely,
simple, isn't it?
Lovely idea, Dazzy.
Here's another idea. You're learning all the time, darling.
Actually am,
I know.
I have to say.
Everyone's learning.
I'm surprised.
So, all all of that garlic has gone now.
Okay.
They're ready now to go on.
And all that garlic is over here. Rubbed onto here.
It's going to go. So what we're going to do now, I've got plenty for my 4. I'm going to do 4. Using those little petty casserole dishes. They're perfect for.
Cute little, the little Le Creuset ones I bought.
So we're going to
Vista.
put the onion soup in there. We're going to put 2 on.
Yeah.
And then I've got my mixture of cheese. I've mixed it all up.
Yeah.
Because we don't have our Gruyere at the moment because it's not that easy to get.
So good.
Well, it is easy to get, but we haven't got any.
I'm like go in there.
Yeah, you can have a bit of that. And then we're just going to put them on and we're going to bake them for 5 minutes. Look at that.
Look at that.
Oh my God.
That looks seriously good.
I'm very happy with this.
Yeah.
I just want to take out my little
Bouquet garni.
bouquet garni.
It's amazing.
which
I'm the official taster this time. I just love taste.
So we
Fish
find
him
it.
out.
There we go.
Oh, don't take the
Bit too
onions,
much
Daz.
onions. Okay. There it
precious
is.
onions.
So that's coming out of there. So we're happy now.
We're happy. I've just done a rejig of the little tiny mini casserole
the little-
things.
these
I
tiny
wanted
ones.
all the same
These are
colour.
quite small, but they're actually going to work perfectly.
Sorry, I should have been showing you.
So they could be the sort of slightly the next one. I'm just going to fill those up. Plenty of onions. Plenty of onions. And of course you can freeze this, and of course you can put it in the fridge. You know, but look at that. Isn't that amazing?
I think I missed a little bit of you serving up.
Okay, well,
Sorry,
here
Daz.
we go. So you can... Did you hear me say that you can freeze it? And
You can freeze it,
okay.
just in case you missed it.
Okay, so you can
Wow,
freeze it.
loads
or you
of
can have
onion.
it tomorrow, just
That one's quite full.
You know when we started off, we had a whole pot of onions.
Massive pot of onions. Now we've reduced it
And
right
now
down.
we've got that, and there we are. So now what we're going to do is going to put 2 of these little ones on here. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Actually, that one's a bit of a chunky one.
That's okay.
But
Chunky
anyway,
monkey. Don't put any on mine.
Don't put any on yours.
No.
Right. Cheese on top, cheese on top, cheese on top.
And you're going to put them in the oven for how long?
5 minutes on really high.
Oh my god, that's looking good.
Okay. Let's put them there and bring them out here. That is super, super hot. But look how beautiful that looks.
They look amazing.
If it was grey, then it sort of moltens around and it goes around and everything.
But we're making do.
Enjoy your wonderful French onion soup. Lots of love to everybody. Keep safe.
Cheers,
and see you
Dazzler.
tomorrow.